Hello everybody، أهلا وسهلا فيكم جميعا بتدريب اليوم. ويلكم كول رح يكون جدا 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 مميز، لأنه اليوم لأول مرة في معنا legend رح يكون معنا بهيدا الاتصال the one and only Eric Worre. هيدا الاتصال رح يكون باللغة الإنجليزية، ولكن رح يكون مترجم للغة العربية ومترجم للغة الفرنسية. Pour les francophones, on va faire un petit test. Donc, si vous entendez tout, si vous pouvez comprendre tout, avec Michel, s'il vous plaît, passez-nous un petit message dans le chat. للأشخاص اللي بدهم ترجمة باللغة العربية very simple، بدكم تكبسوا كبسة interpretation وتنقوا اللغة اليابانية Japanese، مكتوب Japanese، تختاروا Japanese وبتقدروا تحصلوا على الترجمة باللغة العربية. So هلأ عم نحضر المترجم. رح يكون معنا اليوم رنيم عم بترجم للغة العربية، بدنا نقول لها شكر كتير كبير، وبدنا نقول شكر لميشيل لأنه رح تترجم للغة الفرنسية. كرمال تسمعوا اللغة العربية في كبسة مثل الكرة الأرضية اسمها interpretation، تكبسوا عليها، وإذا أنتم عم تحضروا من السيلولار في 3 نقاط أو 3 زياح بتكبسوا عليهم، بتختاروا interpretation وبتختاروا اللغة اليابانية مكتوب بالإنجليزي Japanese. Japanese هو اللغة العربية. خلينا نعمل تيست مع بعض. إذا الترجمة باللغة العربية واضحة بليز اكتبوا لي بالشات لحتى نتأكد إنه كل شيء إنه عم تقدروا تسمعوا الترجمة بشكل مزبوط. ميشيل عم بيقولوا صوتي كتير واطي، إذا فيك تعلي صوتك. أو تقربي الميكروفون وحدة من الاثنين. الترجمة باللغة العربية ماشية. Perfect. Good job team. ميرسي رنيم، ميرسي شاهان، ميرسي ميشيل. شكرا على الترجمة. هلا اجا وقت الجد guys. إذا أنتم عم تحضرونا من أي بلد اكتبوا لنا بالشات من أي بلد موجودين معنا اليوم. Oh, he's here.
Hello.
How are you, Eric? We have people from Jordan, Kuwait, Lebanon, Syria, Abu Dhabi, Dubai, Cyprus, Sweden, Holland, Poland, USA, Canada, Armenia, Russia, Qatar, Uganda, Bahrain, Palestine, Cali, Romania, Beirut, Istanbul. Like we have people everywhere just joining. Germany, even we have German people on this call as well. Iraq, people from Iraq as well. So Eric, just for you to know, you are being translated to French at the same time, and you are being translated to Arabic. There's nothing for you to do. It's going simultaneously at the same time. And this is a dream true. This is a dream for us that just came true, Eric. We have seen you so many times in GoPro. We have been with you in the Six Figure Earner Summit, and we have always been watching you. And to have you for the first time as a friend, it's like an incredible experience. We have always had you as a mentor, as a trainer, as a person who really changed our lives in so many ways that you even don't know about. But to have you here today on our team for this training is actually the biggest honor and the biggest dream come true. So I would really want to thank you. You don't know how much happiness and gratitude we are all experiencing tonight on this call.
Well, it's very nice
Eric,
to be. Do me a favor. Pronounce your first name for me.
Jinan and Gary.
Jinan.
Yeah.
Eric,
Jinan, Gary, and Michelle. Good to see you.
Yes. I have to I don't know if you know, I was at the first Insanity boot camp in Minneapolis.
Wow, really? With Danian?
I wasn't with Daniel. I met Daniel there. He was sitting next to me, and I was like this young kid, the young baby face. He's lucky he's here watching this training, and I took a loan to go to that event, honestly, to that workshop, because I felt that I had to go to, because that's to change my life, honestly. And Daniel was sitting next to me, and I was like, oh my God, his baby face, you know. And then he says he's making $90,000 a month. I'm like, I'm crushed. I'm crushed there. Sorry, so the translation, just a second. Let's manage that. Okay, Ranim, can you talk now? Yeah, I think it's working. Okay, so honestly, after 1 year, we went back to the GoPro 2013, and we already had 15 people with us in GoPro. So from being broke from the first trip to you, I would say that from that day we went, the first time I went, they didn't give the visa at that time to Jinan, so I went alone. And after that, we have always, to be honest, there isn't a month that we didn't make more than 10,000 a month in network marketing, because of everything we learned from you. And being from a very small country with all the problems political around us, for us, network market.
What's your country?
Jeunesse. Lebanon.
Okay.
Allah's country. It's Allah's country.
Yeah, I understand the problems. The problems are big.
You know very well. But for us, I think it's not even a plan B or plan C. Network marketing for Lebanese people should be plan A, because from a small country, we can build an international business, and the world is going to that direction. So everybody's blessed to have you with us, Eric.
Well, it's my great pleasure. You and Michelle and Janine. I'm proud of what you've done. I'm proud of the team that you've built. You chose a great company to be able to support you. You chose a great profession. And I know in particular in Lebanon, between the big explosion that happened, even before that, the lira losing so much value, the challenges with credit cards and banking, the banks holding your money, everything. I mean, I'm aware because of our family that lives there. Challenging times, but entrepreneurs adapt.
but we did great. We did great. It's the best year ever.
Yep. Entrepreneurs find a way. Situations and challenges don't stop entrepreneurs. They find a way to adapt. And that's what I want to talk with you all about today is how to do better, how to grow your business, and how to close 2020 very strong and set yourself up so 2021 is amazing. And finally, we're going to give you an opportunity to get training to take your life to the next level. And it might be a challenge for you to figure out how to take advantage of this training, but it's going to be a smaller challenge than getting a visa, flying to the United States, spending thousands of dollars in order to be able to access this information that'll change your life. You've heard what happened to Damien. You heard what happened to your leaders here. The same can happen for you. So it was fun. I was in Turkey. One of our relatives needed to have a liver transplant from Lebanon, a Lebanese person, my son-in-law's father. So they did it in Istanbul. So I was just in Istanbul maybe 3 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago, maybe, to visit them and see how they're doing. And everyone did fine. But it was funny because while I was there, I did a Facebook Live or something from the hotel, the Grand Kempinski Hotel in Istanbul. And some Jeunesse people saw it and they came to the hotel and they waited in the lobby for 2 days, hoping that I'd walk by. So we finally got a chance to meet them and say hello to the big team in Istanbul. So anyway, great to spend some time with you. I want to give you some good information on how you can improve your business. I've been involved in network marketing for 32 years now. It's all I've ever really done. Prior to that, I just had minimum wage jobs. And over the 32 years, I've learned a lot of things. Today I speak around the world and I coach people around the world. Many, many different people making $1 million a year, some making $1 million a month. And more than I can count, making over 100,000 a year or better. I will tell you that if you choose to, and if you decide to become a professional here, your future is only as much as you can imagine. If you can imagine a better future for yourself and for your family, you can achieve it. You might have to be creative. You might have to find a way, but it's possible for you. I would love to tell you when I first started in network marketing, I had immediate success, but I did not. My first 3.5 years, I struggled. I was trying to get lucky. I was hoping that network marketing would make up for my lack of skill and ability and discipline. But of course, network marketing can't do that. You can be in the right place at the right time, but that's not enough. You got to be in the right place at the right time and take action. And get better. So I wasn't doing that my first 3.5 years. I was just trying to get lucky. And I finally made a decision 3.5 years into my network marketing career that I was going to stop trying to be lucky and I was going to start focusing on becoming better, becoming good, becoming an expert. And as soon as I decided that I was going to learn the skills, everything changed for me. Instead of getting lucky, I was going to become a better person when it came to the skills of network marketing. And the moment I did that, I started to learn some skills. My confidence went up. And when my confidence went up, I took more action. When I took more action, I got more results, and it made me want to learn more skills. So I started to have positive impact in my life. And so skills, if I were to give you any piece of advice, learn the skills. It doesn't take that long. They're not that difficult to learn. Learn the skills of being a network marketing professional. I talk about them in GoPro. Maybe you've read the book or listened to the audiobook or whatever. Learn those skills. They're easy. They're not hard. If you learn them, the business gets easy. If you don't learn them, the business stays hard. So get it to the easy part. So number one, once I learned the skills, I made the decision I was going to learn the skills and I started to take action. I realized for the first time in my life, nothing could stop me. I could go all the way to the top. I could hit the top rank in the company. If I wanted to become CEO of Coca-Cola, a lot of things could stop me. If I wanted to become a professional football player, a lot of things could stop me. But if I wanted to go to the top in my company, nothing could stop me. So long as I learn the skills and I get better every day, nothing could stop me. I adopted a philosophy that I never lose. You can't beat me. Because either I win or I learn. I understood that there's no good experiences and there's no bad experiences. There's just learning experiences. And guess what? I learn more from failing than I do from succeeding. So I don't even care what kind of experiences. So I decided to have more experiences. I decided to just take action before I was ready. I just decided to move, go, improve, get better. And when I did that, when I took that action, I would just take every situation and learn from it. If somebody rejected me, I would learn from it. I'd be stronger tomorrow. If somebody joined my team and quit, I would learn from it and I'd get better tomorrow. Right? You couldn't beat me. So I was just like, I wasn't fearful anymore. I wasn't scared anymore. Learning the skills changed everything for me. Second thing that happened to me is I needed to change how I think. I needed to learn to take responsibility for my life instead of blaming other people. Sure, you could blame the banks. You could blame the government. You could blame the war. You could blame the currency. Or you could take charge. You could blame your parents. You could blame COVID. Or you could take responsibility. Not for what happens, for how you deal with what happens. That is the biggest change that needed to happen for me. I needed to learn how to think like an entrepreneur, not like an employee. I needed to learn to stop letting other people's opinions affect my life. I needed to just say, I'm going to live my life. Their opinions are not, their approval is not necessary. I don't need somebody else's approval. And I was also willing to put myself in potentially embarrassing situations and deal with it. Not treat myself so seriously. Don't have to be perfect. And I know in a lot of the cultures that I'm talking to right now, that's a big deal. Like you don't want to be embarrassed. You don't want to lose face. You don't want to, right? Have your reputation affected. Here's what I will tell you. Let go of that nonsense. It's meaningless. It means nothing. You decide what your life is going to be. You decide what's important. German philosopher Arthur Schopenhauer said all truth goes through 3 stages. Stage 1, it is ridiculed. It is made fun of. Stage 2, it is radically opposed, violently opposed. And stage 3, it's accepted as self-evident. And think about where network marketing is in your country, wherever you're from. Is it ridiculed or violently opposed? Or is it accepted as self-evident? Guess where all the money is in the first 2 phases. By the time it's self-evident, there's no opportunity because everyone knows. So you have an opportunity, but guess what you have to do? You have to be willing to be part of something that is being ridiculed or violently opposed before it's obvious to the world. That takes a leader. That takes an entrepreneur. That takes somebody who is emotionally strong and doesn't care what other people think. That's what's required to be able to change your life. So I needed to learn how to think different. Third thing that helped me in my life was learning how to develop a better strategy. Strategy. If I have the skills and if I have the mindset, what is the strategy that will help me go faster? So I started paying attention to people who were very successful inside of my company. What did they really do? What did they do in order to be able to have that success? And I started to copy them. See, in formal education, if you copy somebody's test, you get punished. But in network marketing, if you copy what somebody else does, you get rewarded. So I could copy somebody. I didn't have to think about it. I could just do what they did. So paying attention, number one. Number two, anytime you can find a mentor or a coach that will help you go faster because they are farther down the road than you, you need to tap into that. Whatever is necessary, whatever sacrifice you have to make, how creative you have to be in order to be able to access that kind of information. Like Gary and Damien, they were willing to fly to the United States, to frozen Minnesota, to learn how to be able to come home and change their lives. That wasn't easy to do. So strategy is big, and also finding a way to get around people who think bigger than you. If you're the biggest thinker in your group, you're in the wrong group. You need to surround yourself with people who think huge, who think big, who think out of the box, who have incredible imagination. They have the vision to see something bigger. So strategy is big. Fourth thing is leadership. Develop yourself into a leader, because leaders drive everything. Develop yourself into a leader, and then learn how to find people on your team that have the potential of becoming a leader. So let me tell you how to find somebody on your team that has the potential to be a leader. Here's how. You're looking for three things. Number one, that they're willing. You cannot force somebody to be successful. They have to be willing to do it. Number two, they need to be coachable. They need to be humble enough to listen, to be a student, because this is a new business. I cannot help somebody, and neither can you, if they won't listen. And number three, they need to be hungry. Hungry for more, hungry for change, hungry for contribution, hungry to help their family, hungry to prove something to themselves or to others. They need to be hungry. So that's what you're looking for. Willing, coachable, and hungry. And if you're watching this and you're willing, coachable, and hungry, put a 5 into the chat, a number 5 into the chat. If you're willing, coachable, and hungry right now. Good. Now here's what I will tell you. Let me give you the good news and the bad news. I'll give you the bad news first. If you're not willing, coachable, and hungry, you cannot have big success in network marketing. The best you can hope to be is a tourist. And here's what I mean by a tourist. You come hang out inside of Jeunesse and you use the products and you make some friends and you take some pictures and you see the sights and you go on the rides. But we know eventually you're going home. And when you go home, we hope you keep using the products, but you're not going to be a citizen here. You're not going to be a permanent resident here. You're just going to be a tourist. And we love our tourists. It's fine. Keep using the product and we love you. It's fantastic. We don't hate you as a tourist. Like, I'll give you an example. I just asked if you're willing, coachable, and hungry, right? And I asked 465 people to put a 5 into the comments if they're willing, coachable, and hungry. And maybe 150 of them put a 5 into the comments. So 300 didn't. And that's as easy of an assignment as I could give you. You're on here already, but you're too cool to even put a 5 into the comments. It's like, no, I'm just going to watch. I'm just going to sit here and watch and we'll see what happens. I don't know, teach me something, American guy. What, you know what I mean? I'm just telling you. Everybody says they're willing, coachable, and hungry. We find out with your action. We find out if you're willing to do something that's uncomfortable. We find out if you're willing to get outside of your comfort zone and sacrifice. That's when we find out. When we give you an assignment and we see if you do it. And we give you another assignment, we see if you do it. I know I've got somebody great. Even people I mentor now, I mentor about 300 people that make $1 million a year in network marketing or more. And I know I'm going to be able to help them because I give them an assignment and they do it. And they come back and say, okay, what's next? And I give them the next one. They do it. They come back. I give them the next one. That's when I know I've got something. Somebody's going to change the world. And that can be same thing for you. Okay. So skills, mindset, strategy, leadership. It's the name of the game. That's what we're here to do. So I want to tell you about something so powerful, so exciting, that it can literally change your life. Some of you maybe have heard about the GoPro event that we do in Las Vegas once a year. We've done that for 10 years. If you've attended that event, put a 7 into the comments. I know that there's not too many that maybe were able to attend because it's hard to get a visa and to get to Las Vegas. But look at this, quite a few have attended. Yeah, excellent. So if you've attended, then you know what this event is about. It's grown from a few hundred people to 18,000 people over the course of the last 10 years. Now, I would love to invite all of you to Las Vegas this December and have you experience this 3-day event to change your life. But this year, it's impossible. Social distancing, travel restrictions, visa issues, expense. It's going to cost you $2,000, $3,000 if you're very, very careful to get to Las Vegas, and plus being away from your families. So this year, we found a way to do it in a very interesting way. I was trying to see how could we do it online and make it interesting, because this is a 3-day event. So I was nervous. Could this be powerful? And can you make me co-host or something so I could share my screen? Is it possible? Or host, either way. I'll send it back to you. Cool. Let me show you something. I started hearing my friend Tony Robbins. He does big events around the world, and he was trying to figure out what he was going to do in the era of COVID. And he built this studio. Check this out. He built this big studio in Florida, and these are projection screens all the way around, and people up on the screens were live interacting in real time. And I was like, that is really cool. It's 14 feet tall. Look at how cool that is. He could bring people up on the big screen and have conversations with them anywhere in the world. He was calling out people's names all day, having conversations with them. He could put people on a split screen, show me your muscles. He could interact with the chat, people at home chatting. And people at home were like holding up signs and excited all over the world, right? So I was like, that is cool. So if we did GoPro with that, that would be exciting. So I called Tony and said, Tony, buddy, friend, pal, rent me your studio in December so I can use it for GoPro. And he said, Eric, I love you, but I'm not renting it to anybody. Everybody's calling and I'm just going to use it for my stuff. No offense. I'm just going to use it myself. I hope you're okay with that. And I understood it, but it still sucked because this would have been perfect. But here's the thing. He spent $6 million building this studio. And what did I tell you? You've got to be willing, coachable, and hungry, right? And you have to be creative. So he spent $6 million building this studio in Florida. So here's what we decided to do, because we don't do anything small. We are currently building this. This is a $20 million studio in Las Vegas. 62 feet around, 62 feet across, 14 feet tall, the finest technology in the world. And you're going to be up on that screen if you're part of this event. And we're going to be able to have a conversation with you. And we're going to deliver to you with translation in your language, in real time. Myself training the best, most successful network marketers in the world, the biggest celebrities, the finest entertainment, 3 days, December 11th, 12th, and 13th. December 11th, 12th, and 13th. 9 hours a day of training, 27 hours of the best training in the world. And if you attend this event, you'll be 3 years smarter without being 3 years older. I can save you pain, heartache. Now you're going to have to sacrifice in order to be able to figure it out. A ticket for this event is $297 US. So some of you are going to have to get creative. Some of you are going to have to figure out a way. You got to solve that problem. But here's what I know. If you're willing, coachable, and hungry, you'll solve the problem. And if you're not, you'll come up with an excuse. You can solve that problem. You just have to find a way. Sit down, talk with your leaders, talk with your family, and figure out a strategy in order to be able to attend this event. $297, change everything for you. Now, even if you don't speak English, some of you speak English, some of you don't. If you don't speak English, I'll bet that you know someone on your team that speaks English as well as your language, yes? And if they do, I have an additional bonus for you. If you decide to get a ticket for this event, and your leaders are going to give you a special link in a moment, but let me tell you what I'm giving away. $2,000 worth of my best courses, First Steps, Unstoppable Confidence, Mastering Objections, Social Media Mastery, 7 Skills in 7 Days, and my best course, How to Recruit 20 People in 30 Days, my #1 best-selling course. All 6, I will give you $2,000 worth of courses you'll have in the next 20 minutes. So if you make a decision quickly, you figure it out. I understand credit cards are a problem. I understand banking is a problem. I understand you're going to have to get creative. You got to find a way. I get it. But if you're willing, coachable, and hungry enough, you'll find a way. Now, what I would like your leaders to do is give the link, and Allah's already put it in there, virtualgopro.com/accelerate team English. Is there a couple different ones for different languages or just the one?
Yeah, we opened three languages. We got 3 rooms for French, English, and Arabic.
So is it accelerate team with
it's
each
our
one?
team.
Okay, got it.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
see the links in the chat, and your leaders will send those links out to you as well. And you just need to make a decision. Are you ready to change your life or not?
Eric, I would really like to I would really like to share like what happened with me, because this is a story that because we're talking now for $295, $197, like $300. Okay, when you did the Insanity Bootcamp, I was broke. Okay, and I had debts also. So I was broke, debts, and I had a business, but because of the war in Syria, everything stopped at that time. And so but I felt like that's it, because nothing was working in my country. So I shouldn't rely on a business that is in my country. And I've been in network marketing for 2 years and I didn't had a huge success. So, but I felt that I should go. I felt that I should go. Um, Honestly, I said to myself, every problem has a solution. Every problem has a solution. I was sitting in the car. I was mad that I can't attend this event. And I didn't even have money to show to the embassy, to the US embassy, that so they can give me the visa at least. And then I figured out how to go, you know? And it was August, high season, airplane ticket, $2,200. Okay, and the event, I don't remember how much I paid for the event. I don't remember. I think it was like 500, something like that. The hotel,
500 or a
everything.
thousand, something like that.
Yeah, something like that. And you have the hotel. So I had to figure out something. I had to figure out. And then I remembered, out of nowhere, a man that I met 3 years ago who was an entrepreneur. And I told him 2 years ago, who was an entrepreneur. And I told him I started network marketing. I was sharing entrepreneurship. And he was the only one, not even my family, no one, who encouraged me. He said, you'll be good in that. Learn, study entrepreneurship. And he shared his story, how he started from zero in his life to become the success that he created. So I called that guy and I said, hey, and this call, I hate somebody does it to me. Okay. Hey, I'm going to ask you something. You can say no. I was like, I need money to put in my bank account because I need to go to the training workshop the business I was talking about. And if I go there, I'll be a millionaire. That's what I told him. And he said, where are you? I said, come to my house. And I went to his house. He gave me his checks book. He said, write whatever you want. I said, all I need is $5,000. So I show that I have $5,000 in my bank account. I just go out of the bank, get the money, and get back to you. He said, take the money and go.
That's a good friend.
I gave him back the money after making the money from network marketing. Okay. And I also gave him a gift because I used to work in antique business French. I gave him a mirror French that is 5,000 cost. Okay. Like even more as a gift. He wasn't accepting it. I told him, you changed my life with that. So honestly, that trip going, because as you said, surround yourself with people who think big. I was playing small 2 years in network marketing. And when I met those people and I learned from them, sitting with them and listening to you and everything, that changed my life. And every GoPro we go, we've been to 4 GoPros until now and one most powerful woman event. That's an event we can't miss. Like it's part of our calendar always. And maybe that's the reason why we are successful. We have, like last month we did $30,000 from Lebanon where there's no dollars, you know, like yeah. So
Yeah. What is that? What does that translate into when it comes
that
to
translates
lira?
into we make more money than the president and the minister and everyone. Yeah. So the thing is that the beautiful part is not only us. We are changing lives. There are some women in our team now making more money than their husbands. Everybody's life changed here, and suddenly this business became very attractive, and quality people are now taking this business seriously and working it as a career. I have a question for you. I wanted to ask you after this year. You always said for 11 years, I follow you. The golden ages of network marketing are coming.
Yes.
Do you think COVID accelerated that?
For sure. And I'll tell you why. The whole world is realizing it was already happening anyway. You know, the
Yeah.
performance economy and jobs were disappearing because of technology. People were looking for ways to be able to earn or to work for themselves. But now, on top of that, people are looking for ways to earn money from home, have a business from home. And with this, you can build as big a business as you want. I mean, show me where you can do that. You have a gift, an incredible gift. You have the ability to help people that are looking for help. And the whole world is ready right now to work for themselves. They're ready right now to work from home. They're ready right now to stop working for somebody else. So, and find meaning and purpose in their lives instead of just being a function for someone else. You know, in our business, you only make money if you help someone else. You take a look at what happens in politics. Some of those politicians, they make money by hurting their people, right? Or some businesses make money by hurting people, minimizing their opportunity to minimizing their employees in order to maximize their opportunity. But here, all you can do, the only way you can make money is if you help people. Your paycheck is a scorecard for exactly how many people you're helping. Pretty powerful. Pretty powerful. So yes, it is the time for network marketing. And I will tell you, it's very early in the Middle East, for example, different parts of the world. People will look back and say, you were involved in 2020? What? That was like before network marketing even started in this country. No, it wasn't before. We started it. You guys are part of the team that are going to take it from ridiculed and violently opposed into self-evident. And you get all the rewards for being first, for starting it. So yes, here's what I would tell everybody that's watching. And I don't know how to pronounce the name. Soar Dao. Soar Dao is the first person from Lebanon who got a ticket to GoPro from this conversation, from this Zoom. So congratulations to you for doing that. Solange Sacker is a second one who's got a ticket again from Abu Dhabi. So you see the links in the chat. Some of you need to find a way.
Yes.
You need to find a way. Here's what I would like you to do. And I know some of you you might not have a credit card right now, and you've got to figure out a solution. Okay.
Yes.
That's not a problem. For everybody who does not have a card, they just bring in the cash. We use our cards.
Yep. You'll figure that out. But here's what I want. Everybody that's on this right now. If you're going to get a ticket, if you're going to find a way, even if you don't know how to do it yet necessarily, if you're going to get a ticket for GoPro, I want you to put a number one into the comments right now, into the chat right now. If you're going to get a ticket, I want to see it. Love it. Going to change your whole life when you do this. Going to change your whole life when you do it.
Eric, I want to inform you that one of the reasons me and Jinan, we kept on fighting for this industry, because when we saw in GoPro the people on the stage, and we knew that we deserved to be there. And for us, really, even if we reach the highest ranks in company Jeunesse, we don't feel we achieved the big thing unless we are invited there. Okay, that for me, the GoPro is the Oscars of network marketing. Okay, so I promise you in front of all my team, that I will sell the 1,000 tickets.
Then you're going to be on the stage, my friend.
I know. This is my chance. This is the first time you put the qualification. I'm going to work on it. Okay. So
how many people would like to see Gary up on that stage? Wouldn't that be something? That'd be pretty cool. That would be a good day.
We're already working this month on their diamond rank, so it's done. We're gonna achieve it. So I think it's in diamond rank we should do 1,000 cycle and then 1,000 ticket. So everything is 1,000 this year for us.
Oh, congratulations! I'm expecting you to be one of those speakers. Let me give you a couple final thoughts, and then I will drop off, and you guys can continue because I got to get on another Zoom. First of all, congratulations for all the people that put a 1 into the comments and said, yes, they're going to get a ticket. I would also tell you this, every one of you needs to think bigger. I know your circumstance and your upbringing and your country and your culture and the political situation sometimes can make you feel hopeless. but you have an opportunity in front of you, and you need to expand your mind and think bigger than you've ever thought before. Double your goals and double them again. Be aggressive when it comes to your thinking. Number two, it's time to be stronger. Stop blaming other people for your problems and take charge. And number three, every single one of you need to move faster. Success loves speed. Slow and steady does not win the race. Slow and steady will starve you to death. You've got to run. And now is the time to run. Okay? So go hard, make it happen. Know that I love you. Know that you are my brother or my sister, even if we've never met yet. And I'll tell you, you know why I'm here? There's about 500 people on this Zoom. I'm here because there's about 50 of you that are ready to change your life. Nobody knows. You might be an invisible person inside of this thing. Nobody knows your name. You're not a big shot. You know, maybe you haven't even done anything really in the business yet, but they don't know inside of your head. They don't know inside of your heart. They don't know that you've been getting closer and closer to making a decision to really do this. And I know there's about 50 of you that are going to make a decision either today or sometime very soon. And the reason why I'm doing this, I'm not doing, you know, I was done working for money a long time ago. The reason why I'm doing this, why I'm here talking to you today, is 5 years from today. One of you is going to tap me on the shoulder, maybe as I'm coming through Europe or stopping and visiting family in Istanbul or here in the United States. You can tap me on the shoulder and you can say, you don't know me, but 5 years ago, 2020, on October 20th, you did a Zoom call. And on that Zoom call, I made a decision. And from that decision, I'm now number one in my company. I am now at the top rank in my company. I've helped tens of thousands of people. I've helped to liberate the people from my country. I've helped to show the world that we have a better way. And I just want to say thanks. And the reason why I'm here today is I get to be a little part of that story. And the other exciting thing is I don't know who the 50 are going to be. We just don't know. But like hearing Gary's story today, knowing Danien's story, I know that there's many, many other stories that are already successful on this Zoom, but the stories that are coming are the ones that make me excited because I love being a little part of that. So with that, I'll throw it back to you guys. You guys can continue, have more conversation, but just know that I love you. You're my brothers and you're my sisters. You got big things ahead of you. And together, we're going to go shock the world. Okay? Have a great evening, great day, great afternoon, everybody. Mad love. Talk to you later.
Thank you, Eric. Have a good day.